Hello everyone. So our today's topic is decorators. What are decorators? Decorators are a kind of function. You know, how we decorate something. There is something already present, and then we add some, styling or appearances to it so that we can decorate it. We can modify its features. So that is what decorators are. There is some certain function, and then we want to apply some, extra additional functionalities to top on top of that. So there we use decorators. Decorators take another function as input and output something another function. Okay, by adding some certain functionalities to the function without changing the source code of the function. Let me show you. Uh, but before showing you the actual decorator part, why not let's start from why do we even need decorators and how we can use it and how it makes our life easier. So I'll demonstrate this using a simple multiply function. Say you want to multiply two function and want to record how much time it took. Okay, so let's import a time module and start time will so we will log the start time in start variable. Then our answer will be a star b, and then we will log the end time in our end variable, and then we will print how much time our whole thing took. So this will be end minus start end minus start seconds. Okay, and then we will return our answer. Let's run this and multiply. Let's call the function. Say 10,000, 20,000, and enter. See, it is showing you this function took this much time. But now let's say you want to find out how much time another function took. Will you write the same code again and again, start and then again print this one? You are repeating yourself, right? And in software industry, do not repeat yourself. Dry principle is very important. So whenever you see that you are repeating yourself, your brain should trigger something that yeah, here we can use decorators and not just timing. No, and we just not use it when we want to calculate the function's timing, means how much time that a particular function is taking. Okay, we can use it for other function, other things like logging something, like whenever a particular user enters into your database, then you want to log that information to another database that this one has come. Or whenever there is some problem in your code base and you want to trigger something, then you will have a log file, then it will go to that log file automatically. So these kind of things you can do with decorators. And how will we do it? Let's see. We name a function called timer, which will take another function, and inside it we wrapper. We name another function called wrapper, which will take any amount of arguments, be it positional or keyword argument. Okay, and then we will define this start time as we do when we want to time our function. And now here is where the actual function call for whatever function we have provided here will come. Okay, so result is equals to function, and we will call that function with whatever arguments the function is present. So args star args function star args comma star ew args. Okay, and that will get stored in result. And then we want to know the end time, time, and then we will return this. But before returning, we will first have to print the trace. And I'll just copy this. Indentation error here. Okay. And then I'll return this result. And what will the timer function return? The timer function will return this wrapper. Okay. And here our timer function is ready. And now let's apply this to this. I'll just remove these things so we can see how this timer function is working. And okay, multiply. And I'll just use this @timer. This is how we call the decorator. Timer is here defined, and @timer, when we do @timer, it essentially says that whatever say your multiply is, multiply is, this will go something like this: timer multiply. Okay, this is how essentially this is uh, essentially we are writing this, but the syntax is something like this. We write @timer, then do this, but internally this is how the function call is happening. Multiply, when we call multiply, then it goes to the timer function. Okay, let me just show you first, like the multiply 10,000, 20,000, and see, we get 0 seconds. And why we are getting 0 seconds? Okay. And we get here 0. And why did we get here 0 and here something? Because there is certain, function. You'll see we are assigning some variables here, some variables here, and there are certain overheads here, but there are no overheads in this multiplication. So this multiplication is taking 0 second time. Let me just increase the multiplication numbers. Then I think maybe we can see something. See, we saw something. It is taking this much seconds. So this is how we use decorators. And we can now create multiple functions and just write @timer, and it'll calculate the timing for all of these functions simply by just typing @timer without typing anything like start.time, end equals to time.time, and doing all those things repeatedly. This is the power of decorators. And you can do multiple things with decorators. As I said, you can do logging, you can do timing of the functions, and even I read somewhere that you can do much more things with decorator functions. Let me just show you what else things you can do with decorators. Authentication, authorization, enforce access control and permission checks before a function or method is executed, timing, caching, memoization, validation, error handling, synchronization, built-in functionalities, okay, framework integration. So mainly these are the things which we can do with decorators. I hope I was able to, make you understand about decorators. Thank you.